What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today, STAYC released their new single album and this title track, Beautiful Monster, which in its first, 18 hours, something like that, its first day, let's just say, already 10 million views, which is really, really crazy and really, really awesome. I've said this before, I said this in the highlight medley, but I think before that as well, STAYC to me is different. Like, I have followed them from the beginning and I've really enjoyed their progression, not only as performers, but also the way the label and the producers work with them and the way they've molded them into what they've become now. Like, you can really see the progression, and they stay true to a STAYC sound that they're building, right? Which obviously, as of late, is getting more mature, which is really, really cool. So just very well handled and well produced and well performed. So let's see what they offer this time with Beautiful Monster. Let's go. That's a really cool intro that we heard. Kind of like Run to You, which was interesting as well. Jay Bias, an acoustic guitar. Was not expecting an acoustic guitar. And little clappity claps. That, hold on. Whoa, that was very nice. That is so good. I just got chills. Okay, we're gonna pause here before we get into the second verse. Okay, so yes, that ended up being the chorus, what we heard in the highlight medley. And if you watch my reaction to the highlight medley, that chorus also feels like a verse, right? Depending on the arrangement. And I always hope that they'll do something different. So maybe they put the Beautiful Monster line in the verse or pre-chorus as opposed to the chorus. But it ended up being the chorus, which, I mean, typically is what we hear in the highlight medleys anyway. But regardless, this is awesome. I also mentioned that because of the chorus feels a little understated, or it felt understated on its own in the highlight medley, that whatever led to it, right? So the verses, the pre-chorus, B sections, whatever, would have to be very interesting. And they succeeded. That was super, super interesting. I think I'm hearing something here, but this is K-pop, so I'm going to wait to see how it's handled in the second verse before I discuss that. But yeah, I was not expecting the acoustic vibe, and it sounds like the acoustic is going all the way through, and then they introduce some drums. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to talk about that. But overall, so far, this is amazing. It's a really, really nice vibe, and I'm trying to put together what's making it vibe this way, but I will figure it out. So let's go back a little bit and let it vibe in. Little arpeggiator dancing around. Filtered acoustic. Love the high tone, or higher tone. Yes. Now here. Yes. Okay, we're gonna talk about this now. Okay, so I was trying to figure out why this was hitting so nicely. So you start with an acoustic guitar, right? Then they introduce claps. Then all of a sudden the drums come in and the bass comes in. it seems like the most steady part. Well, let's say the base of this song, the core of this song, the foundation of this song is the acoustic guitar, the drums, and the bass, right? They have not changed so far, right? Not that I've heard, but the 808 may have slightly changed, but I don't think so. So it feels like a very solid acoustic track, right? Bass, drums, and acoustic guitar. That acoustic guitar, it's not as present. I feel like it's in the chorus as well, but I was struggling to hear where it pokes its head out, but I'm assuming it's there as well. So the whole song at its core is just guitar, bass, and those drums, and they don't change, right? A lot of times we'll hear them change a snare or whatever. No, this is steady. So it gives me kind of like, think of George Michael's Faith, right? Just a solid acoustic track, right? Not a lot of things going on top of it. It's just a solid, vibey track, which would have been just as vibey and just as awesome here. But what really makes it hit and what gives it more depth are three elements. The little arpeggiated synth that's just dancing from left and right and all over the place. The horns, so those brass stabs with all that reverb on them. And also the flute. So those three things thrown on that very solid bass all of a sudden changed everything. And now it's just bigger, and it's just, I don't want to say it's a bubbly vibe because it's not a bubbly vibe. It just gives it a very nice, a dreamy type of feel, even though the core instrumental stays the same all the way through. Really, really nice, and it just shows how three elements with the right reverb change the whole vibe, which is really, really cool. So, all right, let's go back and we'll hear this chorus all the way through and let it vibe out. I'm really interested to see what they do in the verse. I mean, in the bridge. I have a feeling it's going to be a breakdown, but we'll see. Let's go back and let it vibe out. Went a little too far back, but it's okay. We get to hear this again. And I love that note change or bend. I think it's just a change. It's so nice. And so STAYC. Not really a breakdown. There's the breakdown. And we're going to pause here. That was very, very nice. And I want to hear that ad-lib or that belt. But I also heard something here in the first section of that bridge. Let's see where it's at. A little bit further back. Yeah, there's a very low synth that's got a lot of saturation on it, and you can just hear it buzzing in the background. I thought I heard that in another section of the song, so it's not necessarily a bass change, but it's another layer of that bass that's adding warmth. But it finally stuck its head out a little bit there more. Let's go back. Right there. Also, the noise effects are obviously helping with that dreamy type of vibe. That was so good. And I said this in my Itzy reaction to Sneakers. There's no one else like Itzy. The same thing can be said about STAYC. There's no one else like STAYC. And I'm so happy about how the progression has gone so far, and this is another step up. Really, really nice. We are going to check out the other two, the two B-sides on this, but I'm going to do that probably tomorrow. Also on our plate is going to be the B-side for the Billy single, as well as Yoon's original version, and for the last couple of days I've been working on my Domino by ITZY cover, and I might film that tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure, but those are things that are coming up next. So really enjoyed this. This is playlist, obviously, and I can't wait to hear the other two songs. If you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time. Peace.